Well, good morning. My name is Tree, and I'm with Racontours, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful Lafayette Cemetery #1 here in New Orleans. And I want to take a moment and discuss the word Cajun. If I were to say the word Cajun, do you conjure up strong images of who these people might be and what that term represents around here? Well, if you don't, let me just tell you that Cajun is the elision of the word Acadian, which refers to a group of French descendants that were living in the area of the world. Here comes take #1. Helicopter! As I was saying, it is the elision of the word Acadian, which refers to a group of French descendants that were living in the area of the world that we now think of as Nova Scotia. And as Nova Scotia would imply, these Acadians were inundated with Scots and English, and those who wouldn't swear allegiance to the new crown got rounded up and shipped out. And first it was going to be us men at midnight, and days later, all the women at noon. So there had in fact been a diaspora, forcibly set to sea, that had been divided by the sexes. Pray chance, have y'all ever heard of a poem or possibly a play by Longfellow called Evangeline? Well, if you haven't, it tells the tale of this Acadian gal who on the night before her wedding had her fiancé snatched and shipped away. And 2 days later she said after, and she hears tales of them this way and she hears tales of them that way. These Acadians would wind up as far away as places like Kuala Lumpur, Papua New Guinea, up into the Netherlands, down into the Antilles, literally shotgun gun the planet. But at that time, we had a Spanish governor here who had invited the largesse of all these refugees to come up and take all the wetlands just west of New Orleans here, that had originally been given to some Germans after the 30 Years' War, but those Germans, they didn't really care for those swamps too much. And they all began to encroach into a little enclave that we now call Carrollton. If you would like to visit Carrollton, this old German enclave, it's been annexed by the city of New Orleans, and it lies at the far end of the St. Charles streetcar line. It's where they invented barbecue shrimp. Conversely, these Acadians would get out in those exact same swamps and thrive in the area, ultimately deriving their own culture, language, food, music, everything. And back in the old days, when we used to buy our maps out of gas stations, you could look at pretty near everything west of New Orleans, all the way out into eastern Texas would be listed on those maps as Cajun country. Oh, and these guys were such great boat builders. They began to build the types of boats that were necessary to go out and find all that oil and natural gas under the water out there in the Gulf. A lot of people don't realize that our oil and natural gas industry here in the Gulf Coast region is largely Cajun built. Books have been written about it. I could probably bore you, but I won't. And that'll pretty much take care of my Cajuns. Well, except Evangeline does finally find her man on his deathbed in central Louisiana. She gives him one last smoochy smooch, and into the afterlife he goes. It's a tragic but fictitious tale. It does pretty much actually depict where these people come from. I thank you for your time and attention this morning, and y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for visiting New Orleans. Bye-bye. You like that? Huh? You like that?